everyone, and welcome to the third of the Cavern Summer Stars storytelling videos with me, Chris Thompson, and some of my special friends. The sun is shining and it feels just the right time to be on holiday. Oh, I know it might be a bit more difficult to get to the seaside this year, but there is always plenty to do. I hope you've all been exploring the library. Today, I want to introduce you to another of my story friends. He has had some very special holiday adventures. I'll ask him to tell you about them. Now, I've something to show you. Here it is. And it isn't a teapot. I know it looks a bit like a teapot. I bet you've all guessed what it is. It's a magic lamp. And because you've all been in the library reading stories, you'll know that what you usually find in a magic lamp is a genie. Now, they're not always blue like they are in the Disney Aladdin, but they do give wishes, or that's what they're supposed to do. But I think genies have other things to do besides giving wishes. I think they must get a bit fed up of that after a while. So, well, in my lamp there's a genie called Sparky. Now, you can't just call him so easily, but because he's magic, he can hear you if you call him the proper way. And what you have to do is wave one hand and go, abracadabra. That's good. Try the other hand and go, alakazam. Now try both hands and go, hocus pocus. And the last thing you have to do is just bounce 3 times and go, bam, bam, bam. And if we put that together, that's how you get Sparky to come out of his lamp. So are you ready? Abracadabra, alakazam, hocus pocus, bam, bam, bam. Oh, here he is. Hi, Sparky. Yes, I know, you're really excited. So, yeah, why are you so excited today? You're going on holiday. You really are. Now, Sparky, look, I want to know about your holiday. Now, Sparky, I really do want to know about your holiday. Where are you Well, you're not going up into the sky, are you? Oh, I expect he's going in an aeroplane. Are you going in an aeroplane, Sparky? No. So, look, tell me about your... Oh, Sparky, I want to know about your holiday. And there you are, looking up at the sky again. Now, look, Sparky, will you behave yourself? What are you looking for? What... Stay still, Sparky. Look, I'm down here. I want to hear where you're going on... I don't think a genie needs to go in an aeroplane because he can travel in his own special magic lamp, can't you, Sparky? You can. So where are you going to go? Sparky, I don't think you're just going to shoot up into the sky. That's not going to help me. I want to hear about where you're going on holiday and hear about some of your adventures. Sparky, I'm talking to you. That's better. Can you tell me about a... Sparky, can you tell me about a holiday... Sparky, can you tell me about a holiday... Sparky! Look, I'm going to have to play a trick on him. I don't like playing a trick on him, but I think it's the only way to get him to listen to us. So, Sparky, Sparky, Sparky... There's a crocodile monster behind you. No, there's no crocodile monster. No, I promise you that I was only making it up. I was just playing a game. Sparky, behave yourself. No, there's no monsters anywhere. Oh, I see. You're afraid of monsters? Well, I don't think you'll find a monster on holiday. You don't go monster hunting on holiday, do you? Oh, you did you? Oh, well, look, I think we'll have to tell your story. No, you're not going to stay here and tell your story. You're too scared. Oh, he says he's not scared. He's just busy doing something. Well, what are you busy doing, Sparky? Oh, I see. It's not packing. You've already packed. So what are you doing? He says he's playing on his PlayStation. Well, since I played a trick on him and it didn't really seem fair, I think you better go down and play on your PlayStation or perhaps do some packing for a bit. And we'll see you a little bit later. So just wave goodbye to everybody for now. Go on, wave goodbye. That's better. Now, Sparky, just behave yourself. No looking up at the sky. No, there's no monsters around. You'll be safe in your lamp anyway, won't you? He says he'll see you later, so he's going down into his lamp. Well, Sparky tells me that he's finished. I'll just put him down there. He's finished his packing. I know that's true because this is his suitcase. Now, I don't know how he's going to get a suitcase this big into his lamp. It is a bit big, isn't it? You see, Sparky doesn't have to travel on an aeroplane, and he doesn't have to travel in a car or a boat. He can just get in his lamp and wish himself wherever he wants to go. Oh, I wish I could do that. It would be much safer and easier than travelling at the moment. But I tell you what, since he's not around, shall we have a look in his suitcase? We might get some idea of where he's going on his holiday if we look inside. Let's open the lid. It's a funny old suitcase. Oh, there are some things inside, but not that many. Let's see, what should I get out? Oh, what's this? It must be some sort of sun cream. So he's going somewhere shiny and sunny. What does it say? It says dragon burn cream. Well, I think if I was going on holiday, I might pack some sun cream. But I don't think I'd have to pack dragon burn cream. I wouldn't be expecting to meet a dragon. Well, let's have it work, see what else is here. Oh, it's got something else. Oh, this must be some sort of insect repellent, I suppose. That's a very good thing to take on holiday, except this one says monster repellent. So if you go like that, you frighten all the monsters away. Well, I haven't ever thought to pack monster repellent when I go on holiday. I think something else is going on here. Shall we have a look in the box again and see what else we can find? Oh, here. Oh, I thought he might have packed his swimming things, but they don't seem to be here. But there is a towel. Now, a towel is a very good thing to take on holiday. Oh, this one's got a label. It says it's a monster-proof towel. Well, he's got monster repellent and dragon burn cream and a monster-proof towel. I think there's a story here. There's one more thing in the box and then it's empty. No clothes, just these things. It's a key. I think it's the key to his lamp. But it's a special key. It's a monster-proof key. So if he gets into the lamp and locks it with this key, then no monsters can get in. I think he must have had an adventure with a monster. But I'll tell you this, Sparky is a bit of a superhero and he has no reason to be afraid of monsters. But I do know why he's so careful. Would you like to hear? I don't think Sparky likes this story, so I'm going to put this back here and I'll tell you the story. You see, it was a couple of years ago. Now, Sparky could go anywhere in the world. He could get in his lamp and wish himself in Japan. That would be fun. Or in Australia. Or in America. He could go anywhere. But you see, Sparky likes places where there are lots of lakes and hills and good places to walk, just like Ireland, really. But he wanted a change, so he got in his lamp and he wished himself in Scotland, which is a bit like Ireland because it has lots of big lakes called lochs and it has mountains and hills and lots of good places to walk. And so Sparky did something that you'll never see him do here. He got out of his lamp and he went for a walk. Oh, I forgot to tell you, he packed his lunch first. Now, if you were going to take a picnic lunch, what would you pack? Well, I know what Sparky packed. He packed some sandwiches. Would you choose chicken or cheese or egg? He packed cheese sandwiches. And he also thought he'd better take some fruit. Now, what fruit would you choose? Would you choose raspberries, strawberries, apple, pear? He packed an apple. So he's got some cheese sandwiches and an apple, and then he took a bar of chocolate just as a treat. And off he went, just like I told you. Well, he hadn't gone far down the path, but definitely out of sight of his lamp, when there, on the path, in front of him, was a great big crocodile monster. Now, the crocodile monster had snappy, snappy jaws. And the crocodile monster had clawy, clawy hands. And the crocodile monster had spiky, spiky elbows. And the crocodile monster had stompy, stompy feet and a swishy, swishy tail. And it looked very scary. Now, I really need a monster. If one of you could get through the camera, I'd ask you to be the monster. I've got a special monster mask. But that's magic I can't do, and I'm not even sure that Sparky can do it. So I've had to make do with this. I put my monster mask on a balloon. I'm afraid it doesn't look very scary, but it'll have to do. So can you help me give it a big roar? Just like that. Well, there was the monster standing right in front of Sparky. Oh, Sparky was scared. He really was scared. He's quite small and the monster was huge. Now the monster looked at Sparky and said, "Hello, Mr. Monster." Hello, Sparky. And Sparky said, "Hello, Mr. Monster." And then the monster said something that worried Sparky a bit. The monster said, "I'm hungry." Said Sparky, "Would you like a cheese sandwich?" But the monster said, "I don't eat sandwiches." Sparky was scared, but he didn't worry, he didn't hurry, he didn't get flustered. He just thought carefully and he said, "Look, Mr. Monster, if you don't want my cheese sandwich, how about a juicy apple?" But I bet you're going to guess what the monster said. You can help me if you can guess. The monster said, "I don't eat apples." Oh, Sparky was scared, but he didn't worry, he didn't hurry, he didn't get flustered, he just thought carefully and he said, "No, Mr. Monster, if you don't like sandwiches and you don't like fruit, I suppose I could give you my bar of chocolate." But the monster said, and you can join in this time because I bet you can guess, "I don't eat chocolate." Thus, Sparky was really scared and he said the really difficult thing. Well, Mr. Monster, what do you want to eat?" And the monster said, I bet you can guess, "I want to eat you." Now Sparky really was scared, but he didn't worry, he didn't hurry, he didn't get flustered, he just thought carefully and he said, "Look, Mr. Monster, you may be a monster, but I'm a genie, and you're going to have to get up very early in the morning if you want to catch a genie. I'll tell you what, we'll have a race. Can you run fast?" "Oh, I can," said the monster. "I can run very fast." "Well," said Sparky, "you see on the other side of the lake there's a big tall tree. The one who gets round the lock the fastest to that tree wins, and you won't eat me unless you catch me." Well, they had their race. On your marks, get set, go! But that monster was so fast. It was round the lake and back before Sparky could even take a single step back to his lamp to lock himself in with his crocodile monster-proof key. He didn't get very far. He was going to run away. And the monster said, "I won the race. I got there first." "Oh," said Sparky, "I think that was too easy." See, he was still thinking carefully and not getting flustered. "I think a running race is too easy for a monster and a genie. I think we need to find something more difficult. We'll have a swimming race." "I can swim very fast," said the monster. Well, Sparky was thinking that it would take longer for the monster to jump into the water and jump out again, and so while the monster jumped in, he could run back to the lamp and lock himself in with his special key. "See that rock right in the middle of the lock?" said Sparky. "See, it's quite tiny. First one there wins, and you won't eat me unless you catch me." "All right," said the monster, "we'll have another race. On your marks, get set, go!" But the monster was there and back before Sparky could even take a step in the direction of his lamp. That was one fast monster. Now, Sparky was really scared, but he didn't worry, he didn't hurry, he didn't get flustered, he just thought carefully, and he said, "Look, Mr. Monster, that's not what I meant. Anyone could swim in a straight line like that. That's easy. But I bet you can't swim in circles." "Oh, I can," said the monster, and he jumped into the water and started to swim in big, slow circles. "That's not what I meant," said Sparky. "Swimming in slow circles, that's easy. But I bet you can't swim in really quick circles." "Oh, that was even easier," said the monster. And he began to turn in really quick circles like this. Round and round, 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 round. That's it. Faster and 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 faster. Now, you probably mentioned that the monster had a long, swishy, swishy tail. It had a big spike on the end. And when the monster's tail went down into the water, it went down and down and down, going round and round and round and round, till it hit the bottom of the loch, and the spike on the tail went right into the mud at the bottom of the loch. And there it got stuck, just like a corkscrew gets stuck in the cork of a bottle. And when he tried to pull out his tail out of the mud and rock at the bottom of the loch, it was stuck, and it wouldn't come out. "Bye," said Sparky. And off he went back to his lamp, and he shut himself in with his crocodile-proof key. And there was the monster, stuck in the loch, with his tail in the rock at the bottom, and he couldn't get out. Now, I'm going to call Sparky back because I know he's got something else to tell us. So come on, Sparky. Come on, out you get. So you don't have to be scared of that because it was a very exciting adventure, wasn't it? And you were very brave. Yes, all right, you were really brave. What's that? You were a superhero. Yes, I think he was a superhero. So superhero Sparky, who defeated a crocodile monster. Yes, you did. And he's still there. Where is this loch? In Scotland? I bet you guessed where he went. You're right. He went to a place called Loch Ness, which is the biggest loch in Scotland. And some people say that there is a monster in that loch, and some people say that they've seen it. Some people even say they've taken photographs of it, though I don't think they look very real. No, they're not, are they, Sparky? But he says that no one will ever see the monster out of the water again because its tail is stuck to the bottom of the loch and it can't get out. So if you do go to Scotland and you do go to Loch Ness on holiday, don't worry, you'll never meet the monster because Sparky says he's stuck in the water. But I think Sparky is making it up. Are you? Well, he says he exaggerated a bit, but he's still a superhero. Yeah, well done. Yeah, everybody give superhero Sparky a big clap. That's right. Very, very good. Sparky, stay still. Sparky, stop showing off. Sparky, stop showing off. Look, Sparky, look, I know you can't, he can't see, well, he can see you through the camera, I think. So if you all fold your arms, just as if you were at school, fold your arms, that's right. Fold your arms. Now, Sparky, look at the children. Look at the children. Look at... That's better. You see, they behave really well. And you, I don't know.